Hey everyone, we're back. We haven't done a live stream in a long time. This is just on YouTube now. It's just a lot easier instead of doing multiple because it's hard to keep track of everything. Plus, Facebook doesn't send notifications out to anybody anyways. Who do we have here? Looks like we have our own somebody from our own channels viewing. That's weird. Okay. Anyways.
I mean, what, Dustin and Annika, probably?
Yeah, maybe. Probably get a message here in a second. We decided to release it before there's a million videos of it on the internet, but today we're talking about the Golden Ticket Awards for 2021. Don't take these awards personally because these awards usually are awarded to parks that cater to roller coaster enthusiasts. So it's kind of like the 10 best list. I don't really pay attention to really either one of these lists, but we're going to talk about it anyways. The main issue with this list is, we'll talk about it here.
The best wooden coaster, but it's not.
Yeah, the best wooden roller coaster on here is kind of a joke to me, but I mean, I guess more fans of the park than other parks, and I guess it is what it is.
I mean, okay, I will agree that Phoenix is the top wooden coaster, but it's not number one.
Yeah. We're going to look at that list here. Do we have any comments? You guys are more than welcome to comment. We're reading them. You are in our live feed. Also, feel free if you guys wanted to support us further. There's a thing called Super Chat, and it helps support for future vlogs and trips and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go into the Golden Ticket Awards. So this is going to be kind of funny to read. So let me go scroll up here. Let's talk about the best amusement park. Europa Park in Busch, Germany. Now, I have not been to this park yet, but it is owned by Mack Rides. So all their prototypes and Mack, you know. It is owned by Mack Rides, so I feel like that category is fine. And I think the number one amusement park here was Dollywood, correct?
I didn't see that. Typically see the point one quite a few years in a row as best amusement park overall, so I'd imagine they're probably number 2 and number 3.
Let me look at my reference over here real fast. I sent you that one yesterday. I had them all listed on here. Yeah, so Europa Park was number 1 in Busch, Germany. And then over here it was, watch your stuff over here. There you go. And then number 1 in the United States was Dollywood, then Islands of Adventure, Knoebels Amusement Resort, and then Cedar Point.
Yeah, I'd put Silver City for the best one in the U.S., but that's just me though.
Yeah, there seems to be kind of like, I don't know. I like Knoebels. I think Knoebels is a great park, but I would not rate it as a top 5 park in the country.
Yeah, I mean,
Cedar.
I guess Dollywood has more vocal fanboys than Silver City.
Yeah, and then you have Cedar Point, which is with its issues in 2020 and 2021, and it's still rated in the top 5, which kind of surprises me a lot.
Well, Cedar Point fanboys once again.
So I definitely agree with Islands of Adventure because Islands of Adventure has kind of knocked it out of the park with Hagrid's in 2019 and then 2021 with Velocicoaster. So you can't disagree on that. And then the assortment of water rides and other dark attractions there. Europa Park. And I don't know. I haven't been there yet. Dollywood. I mean, it's okay. It's a good park, but I would not rate that as the best park in the country just because I feel like there's other parks that are ran better and have more to do. I guess for family parks, you could rate it as it, but we all know that's a different category. I'm not saying Dollywood isn't a great park. That's not what I'm saying on here. I'm just saying I think that in the United States, there's better parks than Dollywood. Like you said, Silver Dollar City, I think, is ran better than Dollywood, but we know that less people visit it because it's harder to get to. So,
yeah,
Pigeon Forge Pigeon Forge is like one of the top tourist destinations in the country, so that kind of helps with that. Cedar Point, we'll give them a pass, like I said in yesterday's video, just because of the issues caused from the pandemic. But I don't know. Best water park, 23 years in a row. What do you think about that? Slitterbahn.
I mean, I've heard really good things, so I'm not going to complain about it all.
Yeah, because honest, and I have the full list on here. I'm just going over the winners, and then I'll tell you guys kind of who placed the top 5. But I have not been to Slitterbahn. Actually, myself and Zach are actually going over to San Antonio and Dallas area next weekend. So we'll be in San Antonio and Dallas area. We are not going to Slitterbahn, but we will be close to New Braunfels, Texas. We're going to ZDT, so that's only about 30 minutes from Slitterbahn. I thought about stopping in there, but I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Slitterbahn. It looked like it had some unique water attractions.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But after having to go to water park would be more things to pack, and the goal was to see the opening in a backpack that we don't have to do check luggage.
Yeah. And of course, our local park in the Midwest, Splash and Safari, water coaster capital of the United States, a really good water park. That's listed as number 2. I cannot pronounce this other one. This one is in Rust, Germany. I guess people love.
I think it's Rautica.
Rautica or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
and then we have.
I'm not a really good. Just I want to know that Mac is method mock. That's all I know.
Mock, whatever.
I'm trying to keep it somewhat correct.
I know. And then Volcano Bay is number 4, which, okay, I guess not as many people probably have been to that one. Highland Hills Water World in Federal Heights, Colorado.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I have not heard of that either. I am actually surprised Volcano Bay's not rated higher, but whatever. And then Splash and Safari, of course, is always getting taken out by Slitterbahn. I think Slitterbahn's just more name recognition, more so than popularity. I just feel like Splash and Safari just has, I mean, that's surprising with the Golden Ticket Awards. I guess they're not just looking at water coasters and stuff like that. They must just be looking at everything as a whole. And just...
yeah, and I've heard. I mean, I've seen some videos too, and Slitterbahn looks to be really pretty, and it's all like landscape well. And I mean, Slitterbahn is known for innovating and doing park type building on rides. So
yeah, now we have the opportunity with the Cedar Fair owning it. So that's kind of nice. Who knows what they're going to do with it, though? I don't think they've done anything really to it yet. Well, look at that. Best family park of 2021. We already knew that Dutch Wonderland was going to win that. I have not been.
It'd be nice to know what they use to classify something as a family park.
I think it's more geared towards maybe younger families and stuff like that. But like you said, it's weird that Disney's never listed in here, even though that Disney's kind of. I feel like Disney's kind of friendly because they allow you to record on the rides for the coasters, and I don't know, it's in a whole different category. There's a lot more hate on Disney than there is anything else. Paulton's Park in Hampshire, England.
Yeah, that was pretty good when I seen the video. So
yeah. And then Dutch Wonderland, from what I saw on that with a bunch of vloggers going there this year, it looked like Dutch Wonderland had like, I don't know. It's kind of like a Renaissance theme with, I don't know. It looked okay. I'm surprised Legoland's not listed on here, though, because Legoland is geared towards families as well. Santa's Village, Idlewood and Silk Zone in Pennsylvania, Santa's Village in Jefferson, New Hampshire, and Sesame Place made the top 5 lists on there. Here's where I'm going to start disagreeing with Golden Ticket Awards, just because I've been to all SeaWorld parks, and I don't think that SeaWorld Orlando is the best marine life park that in the country. I don't know what your opinion is on that, but I think SeaWorld Orlando is a good thrill park with limited animal attractions. I think in the chain, SeaWorld San Antonio and SeaWorld San Diego are better in terms of if you're looking at marine life parks. So, like you said, we don't know what kind of categories they're looking at on this. I think in popularity terms, and maybe with roller coaster enthusiasts, SeaWorld Orlando is more the place to go because you're already over. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I think the reason why they probably won is because it's being voted on by coaster enthusiasts, and what does Orlando have? It has the most coasters out of the SeaWorld parks, excluding Busch Gardens. And they have, I will agree, they do have a pretty good lineup of B&Ms there. So,
yeah, they do. It's just I'm looking at it as a whole. If you're going to categorize it as a wildlife marine park, I think the San Diego one's probably it's the smallest, but it has like the best landscaping, the best, in my opinion, the best experience, not in terms of coasters, but just in terms of how they operate it. And then Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. I don't know if I would consider that I guess we consider it a wildlife park because half of it is wildlife.
It does say wildlife / the marine life park, so it does move into like animal, theme, and dental, basically.
Yeah. And they have Animal Kingdom rated as number 3. So here's where I started an argument on it, but I understand their list, but I think Animal Kingdom out of all 5 of these probably has the best in terms of like, and then Discovery Cove, which I have not experienced that yet, and SeaWorld San Diego at number 5. So, at least they have the ones in the top 5 that should be in the top 5. Just the winner, it's okay. I'm not going to take it personally, whatever. So, and then we have, I'm moving down on the list. I know other people could see this, but Wildebeest Splash Safari, the best water park ride. Okay. I'll agree with it in terms of water coasters at Holiday World, just because obviously Mammoth, even though I think Mammoth's the best water park ride there, you need like a minimum of a 400-pound weight limit in order to ride that. So I can see why Wildebeest Splash Safari is number 1.
And once again, too, it's being voted on by coastal enthusiasts. What does Mammoth have? Mammoth has the most fun, in my opinion, but Wildebeest has the best airtime.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Okay. Okay, now we're battling my daughter over here. Number 2 is, I had to go through the list because it's not in order on here like it is over here. Krakatoa Aqua Coaster, Krakatoa, I don't know how to pronounce it. Aqua Coaster at Volcano Bay. The great part about that water coaster, if you guys have never been to Volcano Bay, is that you could ride it at single rider. It's one of the only water coasters in the country you could actually do that on. And it's actually a lot of fun. It goes in and out of the volcano. Mammoth, there we go, number 3. Let's move that to number 1 next year, Golden Ticket Awards. Cheetah Chase, number 4. And then Master Blaster at Slitterbond at number 5 for that list. So,
notice how all 3 Holiday World water coasters are in the list.
Yes. I thought they had 4 there. They only have 3?
Cheetah Chase is definitely 2, but it counts 1 because it's the same name.
Oh, okay. And then we have the next on the list. This is laughable. Sorry, Golden Ticket Awards, but Phoenix at Knoebels Amusement Park again. Whatever.
That's all you know. It's not. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know if it's being played too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find the rest of the list.
I have it right here. So the number 1 wooden coaster was Phoenix. Number 2 was Voyage. 3 was L12. 4 was Boulder Dash, and 5 was Beast.
yeah,
Beast is
really.
not top 5. Beast is
Are-
top 20, but not top 5.
The Beast, like we've stated before, is kind of like a nice little trip through the woods, and then you, yeah. Anyways,
Now, if you're going on into the night ride, then yeah, it is a top 5 night ride. But if you ride in the day, it's not. The only thing I'm talking about what is a helix basically. You ride
I could agree.
In the day.
Well, I could agree that number 2's Voyage, whatever. I mean, I'm hoping that Gravity Group uses that new technology that they used on the Racer, and maybe talks to Holiday World about redoing parts of it on Voyage. Maybe that would help a lot of the roughness. But
well, first though, let's see how it does on Racer because it did great this year. Let's see how many years it does smooth on Racer because we all know Gravity Group didn't have a history of doing good track work for maintaining smoothness. So we'll see how the new stuff holds up.
yeah.
It's supposed to be
yeah.
better for durability, but who knows?
And I was able to find that list that you have here. Well, I'm trying to see if Mind Blower's on here. I don't even see Mind Blower listed. That's kind of disappointing.
No, it's not on here, but Legend is a holiday, and that's a 24. Raven is a 19 time.
I mean, I can't really disagree with this top 25, to be honest.
I can't do too much, although I was not a big fan of how that being placed. Like Ryan the World is being played 2 at 8. Like, first off, how would Beast above Mystic Timbers?
Not sure, but I didn't even see on.
Yeah.
I didn't even see New Texas Giant on there at all. So.
Well, that's because that's a steel coaster. Because Samson has track behind a steel coaster.
I didn't mean not New Texas Giant. I meant Texas Stingray.
Honestly, not too many have ridden it because it really opened right before that pandemic began, and then I don't think too many traveled over there. So I mean, hey, we're gonna find out in a week. So
yeah, and I guess me and you have had the luxury of riding multiple GCIs, so I have not rode Wildcat over at Hershey Park, but I don't think I'm missing anything on that one.
Yeah, although I do believe I think Costa said that maybe number 1 GCI. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're gonna be on it in a week from today. So
yeah. Other than that, I mean, Lightning Racer at number 11. Come on, people.
Yeah, come on. I mean, come on. How is I'm sorry, but Lightning Racer is definitely not better than Jackrabbit or Raven or Legend or Thunderbolt or Kennywood.
Well, what I'm laughing at is Shivering Timbers. All the talk about it last year and this year. Now all of a sudden it's in the top 25. Before it wasn't even listed in the top 25.
Yeah.
But so that's why we say it's mainly roller coaster enthusiasts listed. So whoever the big channels are out there that are telling people that these certain rides are great, which is surprising because I don't see, which I wouldn't list that in the top 25 anyways in terms of it, but I don't see Zip and Pippin on here.
Yeah.
But Zip and Pippin reminds me of Phoenix. It's overrated. Yes, it has airtime, but I need more of a coaster than just air hills. It's fun, but it's not a top coaster for me.
Yeah, so I was looking at who can vote on here, and they based it on like how many coasters have you ridden, how many parks you've been to. So they're looking for really well-traveled people to vote on it.
Well, that makes sense. And of course, Fury 325 won the best steel coaster. Of course, you know the Phantom on that every year is the same. I think Fury 325's won this the last so many years.
Yeah.
And if we look at the full list here, you're looking at the same list I am. We're looking at Millennium Force. Come on now. Steel Vengeance. While we can't tell that this is based off of Cedar Point. Superman the Ride. I mean, this list is horrible. I'm going to be 100% honest. Candemonium listed at number 5. Sorry, Hershey Park. We love you, but Candemonium is not a top 5 steel coaster.
I mean, Candemonium is a good hyper, but it just needs to be longer. I mean, I really did like it, but it needs to have another few more airtime hills to be top tier hyper.
Well, they have Velocicoaster listed at number 18. Granted, it just opened, so we'll give it a break on that. But the top, Time Traveler's not even listed on here.
I know. And let's see here. How is Leviathan of Head of Maverick?
I don't know. This whole list is.
Yeah.
Diamondback's still listed on here for its weak airtime. Magnum XL, okay. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Steel Curtain. And then Mindbender.
And actually, I do know that Magnum, I think, is doing better now. Because I know back for 2019, I believe, 2018, they added a little more stuff to the lap bar to help with the painful airtime, make it less painful, so people are riding it more now and really enjoying it for what it is. So I think to see.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this list here, though, dude. It's funny because everybody talked all this crap about Apollo's Chariot, and I wrote it years ago. I can't remember anything about it, and then it's listed as the number 11 top steel coaster. I don't get this list.
Mindbender over Georgia? Why is that all of a sudden in top 25, even though it is posed for the past year to get some new track and new paint and new train from B&M? So I guarantee you that it probably will not go up any higher than that because the train is now ordered at 5 cars, so it won't be as good.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be good still. We'll see how it is, but still couldn't top 25. Definitely, I mean, I love Sopan, but that's me though, so kind of funny. Montu, that's 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an altogether bad list. It's kind of weird, the top 5 lists on here.
Yeah.
Granted, Steel Vengeance is a good coaster. I mean, some people consider it the best in the world. I consider it a top 3 coaster in the world. I think anything that opens brand new, no offense to the Cedar Point fans, but anything that opens brand new to Cedar Point, they always seem to think that it's the best in the world. So,
except Muguru.
Except for Muguru, but that's it.
Yeah,
that used to be
that and Gatekeeper as well.
So I mean, Steel Vengeance is a great coaster. Don't get me wrong. Even though I heard it was slowed down this year, but
it is. It's not a good one. It has made me mad, and I dropped that thing off on number 1 really fast.
Now, Fury 325 I have not rode yet, so I can't say anything about it. But I'm not really a Giga Coaster fan.
It looks probably be the best B&M from what I've seen in POVs. So
yeah,
more high speed and not all graceful stuff. So
it looked like it was flying pretty good this year too.
And Dominion Nevada, I've heard is a pretty good hypercoaster, so I mean, I ain't gonna get too mad at that.
Well, now we're going down further down the list here. Yeah, okay, it did show up on here. I don't see anybody writing comments. Don't be afraid to write anything on here. What you think? Whatever your top. What you think of this list? This list is comes out every year. A lot of people disagree with it. Some people agree with it.
There you go.
Thanks, but don't print out anything anymore. And then Bet's Kids area, Dollywood, Wildwood Grove, obviously with that one. So
I agree with that. That is the one I say, yeah.
Actually, after going through all the kids areas, I would have to say we have Wildwood Grove, and then you have that other area, which is called, I forget the name of it. But yeah, I would definitely agree that Dollywood has a good assortment of kids rides there. And then I'm trying to look at this list. Here we are. Kings Island, Camp Snoopy, number 2. Canada's Wonderland. I have no clue about anything over there. I imagine it's called Camp Snoopy as well. Efteling in the Netherlands, and then Paulden's Park in Hampshire, England. So those are the top 5 for the kids areas of 2021. Best guest experience, Dollywood. Sure. I mean, I didn't have a bad guest experience there. Actually, I have a good story about Dollywood. When I was there, they ran out of, what is it called there?
Time saver.
Yeah, they had a time saver, and I didn't buy one for my daughter since she was 3. But then I got to the park because she didn't need a ticket and found out that she would need a time saver as well. So I ended up talking to the guy, and he said, how many did I have? And he ended up, even though they were sold out, gave me one anyways. So bravo to you, Dollywood. You kind of remind me of how Disney World used to treat customers back in the day. So that was a good guest experience there. Can't deny that. So.
I still have, I just think Salt City is slightly better. See, Salt City, I gave them a bit higher. So back in 2020, they were not selling Trailblazer passes. Well, I wanted to get one. Well, since Jacob Annika had the season 1 and I didn't, they allowed me to buy season 1, even though they weren't technically for sale. But
yeah, so that
I told my group that's nice of them.
And they would probably be listed on here if it wasn't for it being in the middle of nowhere. So,
I mean, definitely Hearst and Fox are best for customer service. I mean, at least Salt City and Dollywood, they're really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to make it up to that one park on the way up that one time, but then nothing was open during the week in Georgia for some reason. So, Breakout Family Entertainment Center of 2021 Fun Spot America, Atlanta, and look out next year because that coaster that they're building out there, it possibly might be one of the top RMCs in the country when it's done.
It looks awesome. I mean, I need to go down and buy it when it opens because it looks amazing.
I would get the pass there just to ride that because I'm not paying whatever they're going to charge, $10 to $15 a ride. No, thank you. I'll just get a pass.
And even if $100, you get into all 3 Fun Spot parks and you have 2 right by you, so you might as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a weird thing about their demographic, like especially out here in Orlando. Like a lot of the people that go there will go there every week and spend $45 on a pass and not get the annual pass. I don't understand it. But that's how they stay in business because you always have those people that are going to buy it. What are you doing? Don't turn it on again. And then after Dollywood, it was Knoebels Amusement Resort. And then Holiday World, Europa Park, and Kings Island. Okay.
No.
I guess. You know what's weird, though, with Knoebels? Everybody's complaining on their Facebook group page about how bad it is. But then it makes the number 2 spot, so that's kind of weird to me. Anyways,
I will say they do have a good experience there because even when I went on a Sunday, I did not have many issues with lines at all. In fact, being crowded, but obviously are really fast. And even though the park closed at 8, they were still letting in riders after 8 to allow you to use up your tickets they had.
Yeah,
which is really nice. And I mean, it's after with on Thumbly too, so.
Best Halloween event of 2021 or 2020, sorry. Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I got to roast these ticket awards.
Yeah, go to.
I mean, roast them all you want. I don't care. That's what we're kind of doing. I agree with some of them, but not all of them on here. Best Halloween event, which, okay.
I mean,
now,
it makes me excited to go see that book now. That
now, if I don't see Halloween Horror Nights on here next year, then whoever's rating this obviously doesn't go to anything besides chain parks. Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Busch Gardens Tampa, disagree. Six Flags Great Adventure, disagree. Europa Park and Towerland. Six Flags parks do not have good in my opinion. I've not been to Fiesta, Texas, but the ones I've been to are not that great for the upcharge that they charge for them. If I'm going to spend that, I'll go to a local haunt, or I will go over and spend the extra money and go to Halloween Horror Nights. We'll see how it goes this year. I think it's going to be, some parks are going to struggle finding scare actors, but we'll see what happens. But for Six Flags to make this list twice shows you that there wasn't many haunt events last year.
Going back to two, Six Flags haunt events really depend on the park, I think, too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything bad about the Fiesta Texas one, but I know the one at Great America is kind of overrated.
I'm glad to see it. And St. Louis was, I'd never done one in Mazes. Kind of want to pay for it.
Yeah, and I don't know how the one in Tampa is rated. I guess they did have it last year, even though it was limited at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Okay, let's see what else we got. Christmas event, of course. Dollywood wins again somehow.
I mean, I've been in the Christmas event in years, but it was really good. Last time I call it, Dollar City is a great one too. So I should be able to go Dollywood this one for the Christmas event, hopefully. So they did really on live from my time out of this. So
I mean, I went in 2019 and I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Silver Dollar City has a good one too, which, believe it or not, is rated number 2 on this list. And then I like how they added Give Kids the World Village, because I didn't get a chance to go to it last year, but I saw it off the road and it looked great. And if you buy tickets for that event, it supports a great organization. SeaWorld Orlando, I don't know if I agree with that one.
I went to a few years ago, and it was okay.
Which one?
SeaWorld Orlando's.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have much to offer.
Yeah. I mean, it had a good sell.
Six Flags Great Adventure. So we won't count the number 4 and 5 position. Best food. Best food goes to Knoebels. You know, because the Golden Ticket Awards decided to list this as the number 1 food. I think we need to take that as a challenge and go there and review every single food item next year at the park.
I mean, I did have a really good burger there, so, but it's pricey though.
There's just certain parks I remember that have really good food. Like, I'm surprised Epcot's not on here. I'm surprised that Silver Dollar City, Dollywood's not on this number 1 slot.
Silver City has some pretty good. I mean, Silver City did skillet bowls are really good. Cinnamon bread is amazing.
Speaking of, I guess I jumped ahead on that, Zach, is Dollywood, Silver Dollar City, Epcot, and then Europa Park. So I guess I spoke too far ahead. I actually looked at it, and okay. Do you think Knoebels is a top rate, though, out of all the places that you've tried?
I need to eat more food to take with Sunday, but I will say that the 2 food items did have there's some kind of like garlic aioli and bacon burger I had is really good. It's spicy though, but it's really good. And also the cheese fries.
Yeah.
But I definitely give top of me is Silver City between the fried pickle at Silver City by Powder Keg and Mouthfly were really good.
That's the thing. I think the 2, 3, and 4 spots. Like, I just went to Epcot on Thursday, or was it Thursday? Wednesday. I went to Epcot on Wednesday, and their food and wine festival has some amazing food. And then in terms of that, just around the park, the food is amazing in Epcot. So I'm glad to see that on the list, because I definitely agree on that. Now, if I would have saw a Universal Park on the list, I would have to disagree with that, because I was eating their food for the last year and I was not impressed by much there. So,
I will say Keen's Island is getting better though. Keen's Island food is getting decent.
Yeah, I think Cedar Fair does a fairly decent job for a chain park, because they give you really good food options. They actually have a head chef that makes different food menus from there. So I definitely think having an executive chef helps. I noticed at Fun Spot, even though it's a smaller park, added an executive chef.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of parks are kind of looked at for these special events to have better food to attract a different audience. I think they kind of are learning that it worked for Disney having all these festivals, and I think they're like, well, it worked for them. Let's go ahead and try it out at our park. Universal needs to hire more than just Gordon Ramsay. I think people that live in Florida don't have taste buds because they don't put seasoning on anything here.
When the best food at Universal is the third-party restaurants in City Walk.
Yeah, and even those kind of have gone downhill in the last 6 months. I actually decided last visit to just go to Burger King because I know what quality I was going to get this time. It's like one time you get good food and the next time it's a bad experience. I live in Florida, and maybe some people in Florida have taste buds, but the food is pretty horrible down here in Orlando. All right. You have to like dig and look. When you're originally from like the Midwest or from Chicago, I should say, you kind of, I don't know. I guess we just expect different foods in different parts of the country. I know in like Orlando, I kind of go for like more of the hole in the wall places or places that aren't chains. They're just too. I think that there's just too many chains here. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see here. When White Castle has a 2-hour wait, that tells you something. Let's see here. Best new show. Let's go down here. Daytona. Let's see. Okay. I'll take you on the offer. Best new show of 2021, Rock the Night at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. I'm not going to argue this list because I have no clue about any of these. But here's the rest of them. So we have Rock the Night. Hold on. I'm looking for the rest of them. Okay, Rock the Night, Down by the Riverside at Silver Dollar City, and Sweet Summer Nights at Dollywood are the top three for that. Best water ride, Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Blackpool, Lancashire, England. Best water ride. Let's see the rest of this list here. Okay, thanks for letting us know. We're actually going to be at Fiesta, Texas next Saturday, so I'm actually excited. We're actually both excited about being able to check out the park.
I'm overly excited because I thought I was going to buy an OMC Raptor and SK20. Finally.
Yeah, the more intense version of it from what I've been told. Mystic River Falls, number 2 for the best water ride of 2021. Dudley Do Rights, Ripsaw Falls. Okay, best water ride of 2021. I thought it was saying best new water ride. It's over here. Chiapas at Fantasia Land and Timber Mountain Log Ride at Knott's Berry Farms. Top 5 water rides. Interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
I will admit it's pretty good. I mean, I like the area around it. It doesn't get you the wettest. It gets you the bottom more wet, but I mean, it's a nice area and the drop is fun, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually put the one over at SeaWorld Orlando ahead of this Infinity Falls, ahead of Mystic River Falls, just because I rode both of them. And Infinity Falls gets you more wet. But like you said, in terms of theming and the area around it, I think Mystic River kind of beats it out just a little bit.
I think this is not only based on how wet you get, but it's based on the ride experience and the theming around it. And I have heard really good things about Valhalla and the theming about like all the fire effects it has, so.
Yeah, we saw what they did to Poltergeist, and
I'm really excited to see it too because I actually kind of like Flight of Fear, so I'm trying to divide it with a 6-car train and no mid-course drink one, so that'd be nice.
And we're gonna be there next week, so yeah, we'll definitely be rating it. That's gonna be our first probably haunt attraction that we're gonna actually be checking out this year for our channel. So I'm waiting on Halloween Horror Nights for a couple more weeks here. I'm definitely going to it. I'm not missing it this year. But I think Fiesta Texas will probably be our first actual event. And I know our other team members, Jacob and Annika, are going over to Niles Scream Park in Niles, Michigan. We were supposed to actually be out there on Wednesday, but unfortunately none of us could actually go to the media event for that, which stunk, but it happens. Yeah. Fiesta Texas, I've heard so many good things about it. We're hoping, crossing our fingers, since this is like the peak of the tropical storm hurricane season, that we don't have anything that forms from now until next Saturday. Best dark ride, Rise of the Resistance. We knew that was going to happen. I would actually rate Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway as a best dark ride than that, but to then of its own.
I was fans of Pretty Big, so
they're both at number 1 and number 2. Mystic River Falls is a dark. Oh, never mind. I'm at the wrong list here. Hold on. Pirates of the Caribbean, Sunken Treasure is the number 2 spot of that. Shanghai Disneyland. Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts, number 3. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, number 4. And this one's funny. Reese's Cup Fusion at number 5.
Actually, that was a good dark ride. Actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's so many dark rides in this. There's so many dark rides around the world that it's just weird how, I don't know.
Actually, Reese's Cup Fusion actually gave me Justice League vibes a little bit with the way you did it.
2023, give us back Jazzland. Yeah. Me and Zach and Zach and Zach and Dustin actually watched the actual movie based off that, which is called Closed for Season.
Although Dustin fell asleep playing it, so he didn't watch too much of it.
Yeah, and it's looking like that's probably not going to happen in New Orleans. It looks like they're not going to. It looks like it's going to turn into some sort of huge development, but they don't want to bring that back, I guess. Because out of all the votes, I think that one got voted down, didn't it?
It's the only thing going on. It's always samey.
And then probably nothing will happen with the votes that they did do, and nothing will come through. And then they're probably going to contact them and be like, well, everything else fell through. You guys want to give it a shot? Go ahead. I don't know. It sounds like the city leadership's not the greatest down there. Because they've had that land sitting abandoned for 15 years now and haven't done anything with it. That just seems really weird to me.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going into Best New Attraction Installation of 2020-2021, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. I'm trying to find... Oh, here we are. And then number 2, Velocicoaster. Number 3, Fly, or FLY. Number 4, Mystic River Falls. And number 5, The Ride of Happiness by Tomorrowland. So there you go. Top 5 new attraction installations for 2020-2021. Let's head down the list here. Best new roller coaster of 2020-2021. And I definitely agree on that one. Velocicoaster is an amazing ride. If you guys have not rode it if you guys have not rode it yet, my recommendation is it's okay if you ride it in the morning, but my recommendation is to ride it in the afternoon and in the evening. If you could do a night ride on it, definitely do it because that thing hauls. And the latest thing I heard is that it was going through wheels because of the heat of the track mixed with the summer heat in Florida. So they added misters onto it to cool the tires down. So that's the latest news on that from what I heard. And Candemonium opened in 2020, so I guess we'll give it FLY number 3, Texas Stingray number 4, and Orion number 5. How did Orion place after Candemonium? That's kind of weird. Okay.
Yeah, who knows?
Best new family attraction, Rise of the Resistance. And then we have Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway at number 2, Mystic River Falls number 3, 4, Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland, not Hollywood Studios. I don't know how a ride that's the same carbon copy makes a list twice, but okay. And then Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair at Knott's Berry Farm at number 5. Cheetah Chase winning the award for Best New Water Park Ride at 2020-2021. And we're looking. Sorry, I'm looking for it, man. Here we are. Riptide Race, number 2 at Aquatica Orlando. Tsunami Surge at Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, made number 3. Venus Vortex at Lake Compounce at number 4. And Rally Racer at Waldemere Park and Waterworld at number 5. Best Innovation of 2021, the Gravity Group. I'll give you a second chance for now. Some of these categories are correct, and then other ones you're kind of like, I don't know about that, but I think they kind of hit it out of the park with these last categories. And then we know that, well, we also know that GCI also developed the Titan track, so I'm surprised that the Gravity Group won Best Innovation over that. But I mean, I guess the installation wasn't a small little track piece like it was over at White Lightning. So I could kind of see why it made, because it was a bigger installation over at Racer for the Gravity Groups. I could kind of see why it made it over GCI's new innovation. Was there any other innovations in 2020, 2021 besides those two companies that you could think of?
Honestly, I didn't realize that the Gravity Group had an innovation until like yesterday. Oh, okay. I guess you're right.
Yeah, because nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's like a precision cut wood. Am I correct on that?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, on
So
that,
it's kind of
for the product when it gets installed.
Yeah, so I think it kind of coincides with maybe the Intamin prefab, maybe. I don't know. This is kind of prefab, but it's not prefab.
Yeah.
I think it's more precision cutting. Hopefully it works, because there's a lot of Gravity Group coasters that could use a retrack. Like we talked about in prior videos on that, like Gravity Group makes good coasters, but their tracking just goes bad really fast, depending on where you ride the rides at. So I would love for their coasters tracking to stay intact and stuff like that, so it's more enjoyable to ride them after a couple of years. GCI seems to have it down pat. I don't really see it, well, besides Wildcat, but I don't really see a lot of issues with their other coasters with tracking. So we do know that. That makes me wonder, because Gravity Group reprofiled portions of the Raven this year. So did they use that precision tracking for that as well, or?
I don't really know. Yeah, I think it was done in Pocket Track Book, because I think they just use Gravity Group for reprofiling, if I call right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, overall, the Golden Ticket Awards wasn't that bad. Let's make the list better next year with the steel and wooden coasters. And Phoenix, okay. Phoenix has the nostalgia, but to give it a number 1 spot is a little.
Top 10, yes. Top 5, yeah.
I would only rate it in the top 10 if you ride the very back. You got to let it warm up too, and then in the rain, it's okay. But it took me like 3 rides before I was like, okay, I like this coaster. But I know my first 2 rides were they felt kind of slow. But also, you don't have a seatbelt, and all you have is a buzz bar, so you got to add that into the fact too that it's obviously not that intense of a coaster if they don't need to add those extra restraint devices. So.
Well, but then Twister also does not have seatbelts, so it is a noble swing to speed up operations.
What doesn't have it? Twister, you said?
Yeah, only has that plus. That's it.
Okay. I don't remember. I wrote it last year. I just didn't remember their strain on it. That's a fun coaster as well.
But yeah,
I would love to be able to ride flying turns there. It hasn't been open for 2 years, but
we'll open this year only for the ASL, so I'll have to go back next season when they have staffing and it should be open.
yeah, hopefully it's better next year. Yeah, definitely. But if you guys don't have anything further to add, sorry the video took a little longer. There's a lot of awards going on here, and I still think there was a couple categories we didn't mention on here. I'm looking at the list right here, and I think we're good to go on the list over here. The only thing is for the Breakout Family Entertainment Center. Looks like Scene 75 is new to the scene. Looks like they made it on the list twice. Yeah. And Fun Spot Atlanta is a new up and coming fun center that's getting ready to add probably
the best on scene.
It's starting to look like that. Obviously, it's going with the tradition of Fun Spot with 6 rows. Is it 6 rows? Yeah, 6 rows. So it's going to be a very short train, which could add for more intense inversions. Yeah. But I don't know. All right. Well, whoever joined us on this live feed, thanks for joining us. And do you have anything else you wanted to add, Zach, before we?
No, that's it. Yeah, okay, it was, but I mean, I think it would come a grain of salt.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, we disagree with it all the time because we all have our own opinion on it. I mean, it's just that Fury 325, okay, I understand that, but Millennium Force at number 2. It's like those two never go away. Like you could build like the top steel roller coaster in the world, and those two would still remain in the number 1 and number 2 spot. And Steel Vengeance is better than Millennium Force, but yet it's rated below Millennium Force. And then Velocicoaster will probably be a top 5 like Steel Vengeance next year. But I guarantee you that neither Steel Vengeance, I bet you Steel Vengeance and Velocicoaster don't top Fury or Millennium Force. And even with the additions of Iron Gwazi and Pantheon and the new RMC over in Atlanta, 2022 is going to be good, guys. By the way, all these new coasters are opening next year. And a lot of smaller parks have not even announced what they're going to open yet. So I don't know what 2022 is going to bring. Maybe some parks are waiting until 2023. I don't know. But obviously Cedar Point's not opening up a new coaster next year. Maybe 2023. But all right. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again for watching Midwest Coaster Fans live stream today. This video will be available on YouTube, obviously, and we will maybe upload it to Facebook later. Have a great, wonderful rest of your weekend, and thanks again for tuning in with us.